hepatitis. Okay, so here's what's going on today. So I have this solar setup, right? And that's where you have like solar powering shit and stuff like that. And it kind of stopped working, and two of the components of my solar setup include the batteries and the inverter. I'm thinking maybe it's the inverter that's kind of screwed up, kind of cuckoo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to diagnose that thing, you know? Gang gang. MS-13, gang gang. Gang 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 gang. Gang 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 gang. Gang gang gang. I'm also bored as fuck, so we're going to screw around a lot today. Probably not get anything done either. In fact, most of what I'm doing is probably going to be off camera. And that's probably what's actually going to be like mattering and shit. Yeah. Get out of here! It's actually not that heavy. Yeah, so this is a power inverter. 3,000 watt.
Nigga what?
Watt is the unit of measurement of power. It's a power inverter. Watts. Watts. Unit measurement. Power inverter. Okay, so I should probably explain to you what a power inverter does. So there's this thing called AC and DC power. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or not. I don't know if you've ever heard of AC, DC. AC, DC. I don't know if you've ever heard of AC/DC. AC/DC. So anyway, AC is alternating current and DC is direct current. They differ in different ways, but I'm not really going to go into it too much. So my batteries store power at about 12 volts, and appliances, this refrigerator, not that refrigerator actually, and you probably can't even see that refrigerator, it might be off camera.
Those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can.
Shit, I actually don't have an example right now. There's like nothing around me. Okay, this microwave. This microwave is probably a 120 volt appliance, or roughly about there. And, yeah, a lot of appliances are roughly 120 volts. And what a power inverter does is it converts DC power to AC power, and in this case it's going to convert from the roughly 12 volts to the roughly 120 volts. I did that backwards. It actually does the DC on this side and AC on this side. So 12 volts in, 120 volts out. So yeah. So what did we do to fix this inverter, or even to see if it's the problem? I don't fucking know. Well, the first thing I did to try to see what's wrong with this inverter is I unscrewed a lot of the screws, and I did this. I opened this bastard up. I'm kidding, baby. You're not a bastard. Just a bitch. Oh! Shit! There was a screw that was being a little bitch and didn't want to come out, so I can't take this entire thing off. I'm sorry to the 4 people that's actually going to watch this video, because yeah, that's even if I decide I want to edit it. I'm gonna probably like take so much time editing this, and I'm probably gonna like give 0 shits about it. This is probably gonna come out like 2 years after all this shit. So, yeah. Because I really don't give a fuck about this. I'm just really fucking bored right now, and I thought, you know, let's make a little YouTube video, huh? Maybe Vimeo or Vine, or no, they got rid of Vine. That's only like 4 seconds. I don't fucking know. I don't do that kind of shit. I'm a good Christian boy. Oh, I'm a good Christian boy. Oh. I was gonna say something, but yeah, I won't go into it. I won't go into it. It's a little offensive. Mexicans. I should probably explain to you what amp hours are. For simplicity's sakes, try to think of amp hours like a way of telling how much juice a battery has. So let me show you what this inverter looks like. with all this stuff off. I believe that this and this are cooling fins, but honestly I have no idea whatsoever. This is the... I don't remember if it's the positive or negative. I'm not gonna even try to guess. So yeah, 12, because remember I was talking about the 12 volts, 120 volts? Maybe that's what those numbers are for, I'm not sure what the... Oh, 3,000 watt inverter. So yeah, that's what this thing looks like. And then we can come on over on this side, and you can see that there's an outlet for your standard AC 120 volts. Right now it's off, now it's on, but there's no power connected, so it's not going to turn on. Now hold on, Gary! What could possibly go wrong with the inverter that would cause it to be broken in the first place, huh? Well, I'm glad you asked that, Jerry. I mean, Gary, Gilbert, I don't know what your name is. Oh, it's alright. It's Gary, but it doesn't really matter too much. So anyway, what could go wrong with this power inverter, huh? Well, you see, batteries, even though I said it stores it at 12 volts, it actually stores it at a range. When a battery is full, or at least when the battery that I have is full, the voltage could be up to about 13.5-ish volts. And 12 volts is actually pretty low. You don't want your batteries, or at least the kind of that I have, to go all the way down. You probably don't want to discharge your batteries past about 50% or even 60% of the way, because you could really fuck them up. Like, you can't recharge them, and they're pretty much done after that. They won't like hold energy. It's kind of sad. So when your batteries, they go down too low, this inverter has like different fuses, different shit like that, where it's gonna be like, honey, honey. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, this is where I was going with it. Honey, your battery are too low. I'm gonna fucking like kill myself. So anyway, I'm just gonna like blow my fuses out of my fucking head. Like, my fuse. There goes my fuse. There goes another fuse. There goes another fuse. Suicide's not a joke. That's not funny. So yeah, when the batteries they're giving off too much voltage or not enough voltage, then the inverter basically just shuts down. It might blow fuses. It might break permanently. I don't know. It probably depends on your inverter. This is a slightly cheaper-ish one. In fact, I was going to say that looks Chinese, but it's actually just like X's and lines. So it's Chinese! I was right! So the fuses in here are... Where did they go? Cute. Do you see those two orange things right here and right here? And you see these two orange things right here and here? Those are the fuses. And there's also some over here too. See, 1, 2. Now, I actually don't know what a blown fuse looks like, but to me they looked pretty dang normal. Yeah, that's what a brand new fuse looks like. So I don't think it's the fuses that's any problem. At the end, I could just replace all those fuses with these ones and be like, then try it out, and then I can be like, oh shit, look at that. It like all works now? It was the fuses in the first place! You didn't even see my snap because it was out of camera. Oh, yeah! Okay, so how exactly am I gonna even test this out? Like, what am I gonna do? So, I got a plan. Get out of here, you bitches! Oh shit. I got these things! I've got the power of God and anime on my side! Oh! Don't fuck with me, boy! Oh! See that little hip? Huh? I look like a fucking dork, don't I? I feel like a fucking dork doing all this shit. My voice is fucking weird. It really is. Whenever I hear myself on camera, I'm always like, shit. My voice, it's not good. But it's my voice, so I'll be happy with it. So what exactly am I gonna do? Well, I have these tube things. So what exactly am I gonna do? Well, I have these tube things. Yeah! Tube things! So what exactly are these tube things for? Well, I made these out of like paper and shit. So I think maybe, I don't know if you've ever heard of these or not, but there are these things, they're called AA batteries. Oh. AA batteries. Oh. Okay, so what am I gonna do with these AA batteries, huh? Well, if I read them, I can see that these ones that I have are, where is it? 1.5 volts. And if I connect these batteries, positive to negative, that means the voltage is going to add up. That means that together, these batteries, if I were to act as if they were one, it would now be 3 volts. Because 1 is 1.5 volts, and 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3. So that means this is a 3 volt battery now. Now it's 1.5, now it's 3, now it's 1.5, now it's 3. Oh. Now, stick with me. If I have 3 batteries of the same voltage, same amp hour, and I connect them positive to negative and positive to negative, like this, that means that this is 1.5 times 3. This is a 4.5 volt battery, assuming I did math in my head right. So that's really cool. And we can keep doing this all we want, huh? We can keep adding more and more. When you connect something positive to negative, I believe that's called series. I'm not quite sure. I'll probably like do some research when and if I'm editing. I'll probably like put something like right here. Oh, it's on my cock area, my crotch area. Oh, no, wait, it can't be on my crotch area. The power inverter and table are probably blocking it. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I anime. Ha 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 ha. That was super stereotypical racist. So I know that this takes 13.5 volts and converts it to 120 volts. So I need 13.5 volts on this end. Now what is 13.5 divided by 1.5? It's 9. So if I take 9 AA batteries at 1.5 volts, not 100, and I connect them positive to negative, I'm going to get 13.5 volts. That was probably a little too much. I don't know. But these batteries today are going to stay together, so I need to do something to keep them together. So what I did a few days ago is I made these paper tubes, and they're real easy to make. Here, I'll even show you what I did. So what I did is I took some paper like this, and I just normal printer paper. I lined up some batteries, and then I just kind of like folded it. This isn't good because the camera is very far away, so anyway, can you see it? So I just kind of like folded it, and I like cut it, taped it, and then I realized, oh shit, I still need some room for some more batteries. So then I took some more paper and it was like, okay, I need 4 more batteries. So I lined up 4, then I like cut some off like that, and I rolled it up. Like, I just kind of like rolled it up like a little fat joint. 520 vape. So that's what I did. So anyway, you just kind of take those 2 small tubes and you tape them together, and then you get the big tubes that I have right here. So I'm gonna fill this up with 9 AA batteries, and I'm gonna connect them positive to negative. I don't want to mix up the brands though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I caught my hands right now, but I drop all this stuff then. So now that I have this full of 9 AA batteries, this is now a 13.5 volt battery. If I just kind of like, you know, it's all gonna come out. So I'm gonna kind of cut off these ends, And I'm just kind of gonna like put some electrical tape around there. The secret Krabby Patty formula. I know that, like, you probably saw that reflection in that little oven thing and it probably looked very weird. I apologize for that. And I'm apologizing to myself, not the viewers, because only like 4 people are going to watch this. I'm talking too quietly for you to hear me. Yeah, that's not going to make in the edit. So anyway, this is a 13.5 volt battery. Off camera, I also did this one. Yeah, take a look at that, huh? You like that? Yeah, you like my battery? Mm-hmm. Now, an interesting thing you'd notice about this battery is that it still has a positive end and it still has a negative end, huh? Still kind of neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the third battery off camera just because it's fucking boring. Welcome. So today in Martha Stewart's kitchen, we're cooking homemade batteries. You're probably sick of hearing the word batteries and 13.5 volts right now, but I'm going to keep on going. So I taped up all these batteries now. So each one of these are 13.5 volts. Elon Musk's got nothing on me. Gary, why do you need 3 of those batteries if you only need the 13.5 volts? Ah, Larry, I'm glad you asked that. Well, you see, before we were adding up volts, but now we can add up amp hours too. Remember how I was talking about amp hours earlier?
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's sponsor, Lil Pump.
Yeah, man. Gucci Mane, nice to meet you.
Gucci Mane, not Lil Pump.
Yeah.
I don't know how it all works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Lil Uzi Vert, so it's all good.
You don't look African.
Hey, you know, that's what you get when you're Tyler the Creator.
I'm more of like a Gambino guy, like, this is America, you know?
Oh, yeah, I feel you. I love Kanye too, you know?
Yeah, this is Lil Pump, everyone. He's
Alright.
this week's sponsor, if you'd like to talk about what you're selling today.
Listen, I'll tell you what I'm selling. Some really nice earbuds. Look at this. It's beautiful. It fits right in your ear. Works perfect every time, you know what I mean? Yo, were these batteries?
Oh yeah, those are batteries.
These are pretty nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Where can I get one of these?
I guess I could make one for you.
That'd work. I
That'll
could use it
work?
for my headphones.
Really?
Yeah. It'll give you a little shock when you listen to a certain beat, you know what I mean?
Ah, shocker
Keep
music.
you in the music.
Like that, yeah, it's that shocking stuff that's like, whoa, can you believe they just said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll give you a little shock and you're like, whoa! Make you really listen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Sick.
Gucci Mane, everyone.
Yeah. Obama or nothing.
The wrong way, Lil Pump. Lil Pump.
This ain't my house.
Nope.
Have fun, kids.
Okay. Now, actually, don't sing anymore because I don't want to get any copyright-stricken shit on here. Don't know the cocaine. Okay. So that was this week's sponsor. So anyway, amp hours. So before we were connecting positive to negative to add up the volts, but now you can also add up, connect negative to negative and positive to positive to add up amp hours. And we were talking about amp hours earlier, so all these voltages are the same, so now I can add these up. So I was going on Wikipedia or some shit like that, and it was saying that these alkaline AA batteries, each individual one is like 2.8 amps or somewhere around there. So this is 2.8 amp hours. This is 2.8 amp hours. This is 2.8 amp hours. But together, if we connect them, I believe this is called parallel, then that would mean it's 2.8 times 3, which is slave. Hey, slave. Can you?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay, that's my camera slave. It came to my attention that calling that person slave is offensive to many people and not acceptable at all. So I would like to sincerely apologize for calling that person slave, and I can assure you that I promise that in the future I will call that person by their proper name, which is camera cunt. Also, I could have swore someone earlier said that suicide isn't a joke. Who the hell said that? I think suicide is fucking hilarious. Even Danny DeVito knows, oh, suicide's badass! Ha! I think it's funny. Whoever said that it's not a joke can go suck a big fat camera cunt. Now, back to the program.
8.4.
8.4! 8.4 amp hours is what this will build up to. Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to actually connect the batteries and connect everything together. So this is a little piece of wire right here. What I did is I stripped a little bit off and I twisted around the negative end, or I think the black is the negative. I'll look it up right before I do this, like connect everything for sure. So I have these 3 batteries. I need to probably connect them somehow. So what I'll probably do is I'll grab some of this here duct tape. Just kind of, come on duct tape. Ah! Yeah, this is how I tie up my victims. You didn't hear that though. So let's tie this sucker up. I'll tie this sucker up because I'm a good Christian boy. There I go again on the Christian stuff. I'm just doing this off the edge of the table. Duct tape and batteries. Da da da. Duct tape and batteries. Da da da. Duct tape and batteries. Da da da. I'm duct taping batteries. Da 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 da. I'm duct taping batteries. Da da. I'm duct taping batteries. Da da. That's my duct taping batteries song. Is it me or did the lighting in here change? Probably because it's like sunset now. I wonder if you can tell on the camera. So this is what it looks like. It's all negative on one end. It's all positive on the other. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to connect this and connect this. So I have some wires and I got some strippers. Not the kind of like with the poles and stuff, but like the kind for the wires. And I'm going to strip off some of this clothing. Nah, I'm not going to show my stomach. That would be disgusting. You don't want to see my stomach. I'm going to take off some of this plastic coating. So I'll get to stripping off camera because my battery's going to die soon. Okay, so I thought I'd show you exactly what's going on. So I have this wire right here, and what I did is I stripped one end and I just kind of curled it around there and used a good old wrench to tighten up that nut, bolt, whatever you want to call it. And I'll kind of show you what I did with this positive end. Oh yeah, by the way, I looked it up, and the black is the negative and the red is the positive. I'm just gonna take this stuff off. Get off of there. What are you doing in elf school? Or however the hell that goes, I don't know. So I have that stripped, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take that and just kind of curl it around. Bend it. There we go. Just like in Martha Stewart's kitchen. Oh shit, I did it wrong. I'm just gonna bend it like that. You know what? It's not too late. I'm just gonna take this, bend it back. It's probably gonna make it weak, but Mama didn't raise no pussy. And I'll probably work a little on that off camera, and then all I really do from there, I just take this. Ah shit. Just screw that on. Use this. Get it. And then once that's all tight, here's our finished product. Huh? It's kind of like that, but. Huh? Okay, so we kind of have this up. I'm going to strip that pretty soon, and I'm going to strip that pretty soon, but this one right here, it's pretty dang long. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of snip this. Okay, so now that that's all nice and stripped, what I kind of like bent it to make sure it touched all of them. So now that they're all good and touching, of course what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just use some more electrical tape. Okay, so I have this all duct taped up and everything. So now I just have to do that to that side. Okay, so it is actually completed. So when I duct taped this negative end, I did put on safety glasses just to make sure I wouldn't get hurt by any possible arcing. Thankfully and luckily there wasn't any arcing at all. And for those of you who don't know, arcing is when there's like a little spark of electricity, you know, a little jump. So I'm really glad that happened. And I'm just gonna shut this guy. And yeah. What I have over here is I have a cell phone and I have a charger. Now I was reading the charger and it looks like the input of this is about, what was it, 0.2 amps? Well, anyway, it's I think it's less than 1 amp, 0.7 amps maybe. And this has, what was it, about estimated 4.3 amps or something like that. See, I told you, safety glasses. Help prevent against any sparking. Here we go. Okay, so what was happening before is whenever I would turn this on, it would do this beeping sound, this prolonged beep, and it was yelling at me for something. Some sort of error. It was telling me that the voltage was way below normal. It was like 9 volts, 7 volts, something like that. And I wanted to test it with this battery to see if it's gonna beep at me again, or to see if it's actually gonna work and do what I want it to do, which is, in this case, charge a phone. Or at least just to see if it will be able to charge a phone. So, I'm gonna bring the camera over here, the entire tripod and everything, so you can see exactly what's happening. So, it's all lit up, so I'm gonna turn it on. It's at 10.6 volts according to this. This is the beep I was talking about. That's why I'm thinking it's because it's the inverter, not the batteries. Those batteries should be at 13.5. I'm gonna turn it off. Let it charge a little bit. Let's see if this will turn on now. 10.5. Hey, that's actually kind of cool though, because I know that I added up my voltage. Or at least partially, right? 10.5. It could be because the amps are really low, but I doubt it. I actually have no idea. I don't know a lot about this stuff. 10.5. You know what? If that's beeping, it will shut off whatever load is in here. I'm pretty sure it will, but just for fucks and giggles, I'm gonna plug it in while it's turned on, see if it will charge. Now watch the voltage drop, if you can even see it. The phone did not turn on when I did that. If I did this inside of a power wall outlet thing, like a wall, it would have. Yeah, it didn't even do it then. It did not drop. Okay. So this leads me to believe that it is the inverter and not the batteries. Unless the batteries, maybe I screwed up those batteries too. I think I screwed up the batteries. I was doing a lot of research and I found this one website that said when AA batteries are under load, their voltage is actually about 1.225 volts, not the 1.5 volts that the battery was rated at. So, if we take 9 batteries, because that's how many we had in series, and we multiply that by 1.2 volts, we get 10.8 volts. And that's actually really cool, because if you remember, the inverter was reading that voltage at about 10.5 volts. That's really close to what we just got with the calculator. So, that means the entire time we should have been using 1.2 volts instead of the 1.5 volts. So the solution to this entire problem would have been really simple. We would just add more batteries accordingly. Or at least, that's what the solution would have been. You see, all that stuff that happened about half a month ago. And over time, in certain conditions, batteries sometimes self-discharge. So last night, I hooked that battery pack back up to the inverter, and I turned it on, and the voltage was at about 4-ish volts, and it was dropping really fast, really steadily. The buzzer was going off, and the buzzer just kind of faded out of existence right in front of my eyes, and same with like the display. However, this morning I did the exact same thing, but this time I got a very interesting result from it. Check it out. Oh my god. It's actually working. Holy shit, it's working! Ha! You bastard! Or I was gonna say bitch, but then I decided to say something else. So I I have to keep a really hard grip on this for it actually to work. I wish I could see what voltage that is! Oh my god! Holy shit, that's never happened before. That fan has never engaged before. Holy shit, that scared the fuck out of me. Oh, wow. Okay, so I don't know why, but for whatever reason, whenever I push those batteries together really tight, really tight, the voltage was actually up to where we expected it to be, or a little bit below. It was, anyway, the voltage was at a point where it was enough for the inverter to say, okay, this voltage is alright, we'll let it pass on through, we won't shut down, we won't buzz at you, you're all clear. And it also powered the device that was hooked up to it. So that was really cool. I don't know why I did it, but maybe it's because when I pushed those together, I was creating less of a distance for the electricity to travel between each battery. Thus, would that mean I would be creating less resistance? But if that's true, if I was creating less resistance, that wouldn't make sense to me why the voltage would have been rising, because I thought volts equals current times resistance. The more resistance you have, the more voltage. Maybe. I don't really know. Electricity is confusing. But anyway, to me, this entire test was a failure. And I think for me, it was a failure because the results weren't quite consistent. It wasn't enough for me to determine that the inverter works all right or if the inverter is broken. But don't worry, I have another plan. Oh yeah, I've got another plan.
My name is Candace. How may I help you?
Hi, I would like some information to file for Chapter 7.
Certainly.
No, not file for bankruptcy, you idiot! No. Now this plan that I have, it is foolproof. It is foolproof.
Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time like Blondie. Check out my Chrissy behind, it's fine all of the time, like sex on the beaches. What else is in the teachers of peaches? Huh, what?
What the fuck am I doing?
Why, hello there, pretty lady! You need a ride? What are your rates?
20 for oral and 40 for anal.
Will you accept what's in my pocket? I have empty container of Tic Tac.
Fine, that will work.
Alright, get in!
Oh my fucking god.
Hey!
Why am I doing this shit?
Ah!
So, you must be pretty desperate, huh?
Not as desperate as you!
Damn it! Why do you always have to think so pervertedly? I'm not selling my ass on the street, okay? You bunch of sick fucks, you sick Guidos, or whatever you want to call yourselves. I'm not selling my ass on the streets, okay? I'm not selling my ass on the street. If you just stop thinking like that. Okay. So the plan I have, it's good. It is good. I should have done this in the first place. Check it out. Here you go. Okay, so here's the plan. I need a 12-volt DC source on one end of the inverter, right? Well, my car battery is a 12-volt DC source. I drove my vehicle around a little bit, make sure the battery is nice and charged, and I hooked my inverter up to it. So let's see how that performs. Oh, you're over here. Okay, you're over here, not over there. Okay, let's turn this on, see if this turns on. .4 volt. Oh shit, it's charging! 94% that's at 12.4. Now I know what that 121 volts. Yeah, that's the output voltage, I think, and then that's the input voltage. This is awesome that this is working. This means that the inverter is not the problem. It's my batteries that are the problem. This is really good for me. Wow. I'm gonna call this project a success. Oh yeah. So that's the end of the video. I'm not really sure how to end it. Oh wait, yes I do, like this.
Nigga what? Nigga what? Today I drove past your house and there's this little like black kitten running across the road and it almost got hit by a car.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stray cats around here.
Do you feed them?
No, I don't. Well, I feed the squirrels.
You feed the squirrels but not the cat?
Yeah.
Why?